If you're like me, you're very fascinated and very into numerology, also known as angel numbers and many other names. And in this video, I want to go over one of the most common angel numbers, at least for myself, and I feel like a lot of other people also experience this number, and it's 1111 or 4 ones. So we're going to go over what the significance of this number is, what it means typically, and some things you can also do on a daily basis as you're experiencing this number that can really help amplify your power and really connect more to what you truly are as you're experiencing this. So let's get into that coming up next. Hi there, welcome to HeartSpace. If you're new, my name is Dave and we're releasing videos every single week to really help you connect more to what you truly are, move further along your heart path, and we're creating videos, like I said, all the time to help you do that. Now, if you want something that's really going to help you do that, you can get my free higher self guided meditation. Get that down below. I will leave a link to my website, which is heartpath.co, so you can access that. Now let's get into the angel number 1111. This is personally one of the numbers I see quite frequently, and it is also an incredibly powerful number in numerology, and it has a lot of powerful implications. So let's get into what this number means, and again, really only take on board what I say if it resonates with you. You know, there can be many meanings for a lot of these numbers. I'm going to give you what it typically means, how I use this number in my everyday life, but if it doesn't resonate with you, I would tell you not to take it on board. But if it does resonate with you, to then take this on board, because that is your inner guidance system, that is your discernment, really moving you towards the things that are actually going to assist you, help you when it comes to being a spiritual being in a human body. So that's just my invitation for you. Now let's get into what this number typically means. So typically this number, and actually ones in general, is a reminder of your very powerful co-creative power. You see, a lot of us have been led to believe that as humans, as spiritual beings in a human body, at first and foremost, many of us don't know that we're spiritual beings in a human body. We think we're just physical beings that are frail and weak and impotent, and you know, like we just are struggling here on this marvelous planet, but most of us don't even believe that too. Again, probably not talking to too many people in this video. You probably don't share those beliefs, but a lot of the planet, you can say, believes these kinds of things, that we're kind of weak, we're frail, and just life is a mess and a struggle for us. But for me, you know, we are actually incredibly powerful beings. This has been really hidden from us, and this is one of the numbers that kind of reminds us of just how powerful of a being we are. You know, that we are a divine, infinite, co-creative being. That's something I like to say to myself quite a bit, and it's something I'll actually remind myself of whenever I see any angel number, but especially this angel number, because this angel number typically will represent the magician. In tarot, the number 1 represents the magician, and 4 ones is just an amplification of that power. So if you're seeing 1111 or 4 ones or multiple ones, I mean, I've seen 6, 7, 8 sometimes in a row, and it is an amplification of that power. You know, it is just stacking on top pretty much this creative power that you possess. You know, you are a very powerful being. You are the magician. You are someone who has co-creative power, like a magician who is creative, that can really meld the spiritual and physical world together. That is the power of the magician. If you think of manifestation, what is manifestation exactly? It is being able to take something from the energetic realm that already exists, because everything exists there, simultaneously. Everything can be pulled from the infinite and brought into the finite, which is the physical world, right? Manifestation is the act of taking things from the spiritual realm, from the energetic realm, and manifesting them into the physical realm. And this is what the magician represents, having that magical ability to take something from an energy standpoint, from the spiritual world, and manifest it in the physical. And this number reminds you of your ability to do that, and also amplifies your ability to do it as well. And so I'm going to give you a very powerful practice that is going to help you tap into this energy even more. This is called a Taurus Activation method, not method, but it's Taurus Activation practice. I kind of had a brain fart there. My magician escaped me for a second. But ultimately, you are in a very powerful pocket of co-creation when you are experiencing this number. A lot of times I will experience this number at a height of my creativity as well, kind of reminding me of how powerful I am to keep expressing this power, to keep manifesting, and really paying attention to what I'm thinking about, really pay attention to what I have control of in the co-creative process, which, if you don't know, is how you think, is how you speak and act, and of course the energy you are in. That is your side of the co-creative process. That's what you're bringing to the table. The universe then takes that and typically reflects it back back in the physical world or in other ways. So you can also use this number as a reminder to be like, ooh, I need to be, maybe change my thoughts, or to amplify the thoughts I'm already thinking. It could be you're already using your creative power of your words, your thoughts, your energy, and you're already doing that in a good direction. Then keep going, keep really expressing that creative power, but also understand that creative power, your creative power, can work in both ways, right? How many people will use their creative power to produce something perhaps they don't want, right? Thinking of things that are negative, putting themselves into a lower conscious place, lower vibrations and energy and frequency, right? You're still creating when you're there, you're just creating the equivalent of that energy, and you will, as still a magician, because that is what you are a spiritual being in a physical body that has that ability to take things from the infinite and bring it into the 3D world. You can do that from either end of the spectrum, right? And so one thing I love to do with this number is to remind myself of what I am. That immediately raises my consciousness if it's low, or amplifies it if it's already high. And these days it's typically already high, but it's a good reminder if you see this number and you're feeling like you're in a bit of a lower energy, to remind yourself of what you actually are. And a lot of times that's enough to get you out of whatever you're mired in, to get yourself out of whatever stuck energy you're in, because it's probably something that has to do with, again, this idea that we're weak and impotent and we're kind of, we don't have much control over our lives, when in fact it's not true at all. And just that reminder of how powerful you are can be enough to elevate your energy. But if it's not, I got a practice for you that is going to really take this to the next level. Okay, so just before, we've gone over how this is a powerful number of creation, represents the magician in tarot. It represents basically your divine, co-creative, magical ability to take the energetic realm and bring it into the physical. That is what the magician represents in tarot. That is what you can actually do. That is your power. We've talked about how you can use this number to remind yourself of that, to kind of elevate your energy, your consciousness, to a place where you're creating in a direction that is beautifying your life and the life of others, coming from high consciousness, where you're using what's called cymatics to beautify your life. That's something you can look into. Cymatics is a very interesting study. If you know Dr. Iamoto with his water crystal experiment, it's similar to that, how just more coherent patterns are created at higher levels of consciousness. You can create that in your own life through your own power, the power that you use in tandem, creatively, co-creatively with the universe. So we're going over that. But also I want to give you an exercise called a Taurus activation. And this is something that when you feel it, you'll be amazed at, one, how simple it is to do, and again, just how powerful you are. We take a lot of these things for granted because we've acquiesced to a lot of things. We're very powerful creatures. Even just the fact that we have 5 senses, a 6th sense, have an intuition, all these different things that we take for granted are actually, in a way, almost like superpowers. They are unbelievably phenomenal. I'm going to help you tap into something else that you've always had access to that is going to express that even more. And so what you can do, and you don't need to wait for the 111 or 1111 number to come up, or any form of angel number to come up, but this is something you can do to just take a minute in order to activate your power even more effectively. It only takes about 60 seconds. You can go longer too if you want to do a full meditation on this, but you can do this whenever you want. But I like using the 111 or 1111 as a reminder of this practice, as a reminder of what I truly am. So what you're going to do, typically this works better if you stand, but you can be sitting, and you're really going to close your eyes. And you're going to take a very deep breath and try and do it diaphragmatically, a very full breath into the belly. And you're going to do this a few times. I'm not going to do it along here. This is not a guided meditation, but you can just feel this out for yourself. You can even look up Taurus activation meditations that can help you with this. But you're going to take a deep breath and you're just going to relax yourself and really tune into the moment. And then what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that about, I've heard numbers like 300 feet in the air, so just do your best to visualize that almost like a portal opens up, and this light energy is coming down through the crown of your head and washing over your body. And what you'll notice is if you truly visualize this and you see this energy, this beautiful divine energy coming through, you will start, and I can feel it right now, you'll start to feel this energy wash over your body and kind of observe it and feel it as it comes through your body. And then what you're going to do is have it go out your feet to the center of the earth, come back up through your body, and have it almost stay in your heart. And then what you can do is visualize, again, the energy now coming from the top, coming from the bottom, and meeting right here in your heart. One thing that can help too is you can visualize an energy ball, a ball of energy kind of surrounding your heart here, almost like a torus. If you know what a torus looks like, I like to visualize that around my heart. And you're just gonna stay with this energy and just amplify it with every single breath. Feel it more powerfully. Feel that energy coming through, washing over your body, going down, center of the earth, right back up. And then the energy's meeting right at your heart space, right at your heart center. See, that's why the channel's called HeartSpace. But meeting right at this center. Really feel that energy ball and really just feel this energy, this potent, powerful energy that you always have access to, that is a part of what you are, and really start to amplify it. There are other things you can do here. I wanted to give you just a simple 1 minute thing. If you do this for 1 minute, it only takes 1 minute, and you'll be surprised even, like you'll come out of it and almost be like, wow, that was only a minute. Sometimes you'll go a bit longer because this feels really good, and you'll start to feel just way more powerful. You are activating your energy body, your Taurus. Now, there are other things you can do, like visualizing your actual Taurus around you, the energy body around you. There are deeper ways to do this meditation. There is I think it's 10 to 15 minute guided one that I know of that allows for this, where you're creating energy balls in your hands, where you're doing so many different things. And again, for some of you, this might sound a bit strange because maybe you're not aware, again, of just how powerful you are. This isn't me, this isn't just anyone else, this is also power you have access to. But when you see that 111, if you can ground yourself in that creative power that the universe and your angels are telling you is kind of already flowing through you in this moment as you're seeing this number that's being amplified, you're seeing 4 of these ones, this ability of the magician to bring the spiritual, the energetic into the physical. By activating your Taurus deliberately or amplifying it deliberately, you're going to find that you're more aligned to what you truly are. You're walking more down your heart path with intention. And you'll find the more that you do this, what I found at least, remember, this is all an invitation. This is all a lot of my experience and what I've seen other people experience and observed other people experiencing. Only take on board what resonates. But I would really try these out and see how they work for you. But for me, the more you connect to this energy of what you truly are, you really amplify this energy. You feel the power of what you are and what you are coming from, what you are connected to, where your home is, you know, where you've actually come from. The more you're gonna move in divine, aligned, higher self level ways, the more you're gonna move down your heart path, the more you're going to let go of things that don't serve you naturally. It won't be a struggle to do so because you will become more of what you are and let go of the identity you believed you were. Who you are is just a label. What you are is a truth. Anyway, I could go on, you could see forever here, so I want to leave it there for you. Yeah, because I could talk about this kind of topic forever and give you a million different things, but I just want to focus on these things. I kind of got hooked into it there a little bit, but just to recap very, very quick for you, those of you who are still here, the 4 ones or seeing ones is a very powerful reminder of what you are. In my eyes, a divine, infinite, co-created being. I would ask that you remind yourself of this when you see this number. I would invite you to do that. In fact, if that resonates with you, to remember that you are a magical being, like the magician in tarot that is represented by the ones, which you're seeing 4 times stacked here, which amplifies the power of it. The magician's ability to bring the spiritual into the physical, co-creatively, with source, with the universe, right? To remind yourself of that, that can immediately elevate your consciousness. To be aware of what you're doing with your tools of creation. When you see this number, or I would argue with any angel number, I would invite you to take a look at how you're using your tools of creation. Your thoughts are things, remember, your words, your actions, and most importantly of all, the emotion, the energy you're in as you're doing all of those. Anyone who's heard someone say thank you and knows they totally don't mean it, understand what I'm saying. The energy behind the thoughts, the words, and the actions will speak louder than anything, right? That's the spiritual side of it. The other stuff is the physical world side of it, right? So make sure that's what you're doing. And then using this practice to activate your Taurus, or if it's already activated for some of you because you're seeing this number, you're in that powerful creation, to amplify it out even more. And this will create, just again, magic in your life. This will not only remind you of the magic that you are and that your life is. You know, it's your magical creation, your life. It really is. It is your canvas which you have painted on. It is your movie which you have directed or co-directed with the universe. To recognize that and to start doing that a little more consciously and intentionally through these practices. Anyway, this is not where I thought this video was going to go, but I like it. I really love how we've gotten to this point right here and how this has unfolded. I hope this has been incredibly beneficial to you. I'm sure my editor is loving that this video is also much longer than I intended. But I love you, man. Thank you for editing these long videos. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Remember that you are loved. You are a powerful, divine, co-creative being. You are magical. And another one, you live in a friendly universe. Of course, of course. And I will see you in the next video. All right, that was fun. How was time? 17 minutes.